Moment.
Welcome everybody to Canva Basics today. I'm Sarah Touchstone with Landmark Title. I'm our social media marketing strategist, and I'm joined by
Jessica Hoyt, Business Development Manager.
And we are joined by a fabulous instructor today, Tracy with Porchlyte. Porchlyte is social media everything. Yes. And we're going to be covering Canva Basics today. I know if you're in the real estate industry, you've heard of Canva. You've heard how it can make your life easier, how it can make your life better, how it can make your social media more beautiful. And that's what we want to bring you today. Is we're going to cover the basics, how you can get onto Canva, which is a free website, and create gorgeous images that are going to enhance your branding and enhance your bandwidth on social media to do what exactly? Generate leads, what it's all about. And Tracy, she does everything for Porchlyte. It seems like I've gotten on to her Instagram and done some stalking, and it's exactly what you would want to see on Instagram. It's beautiful. The messages are clear. The branding is so consistent. And so it's very exciting that we are able to bring her in here today and just give you a basic. And before we get started today, I do want to remind everybody that next week we will be going into the Canva Masters class. Same time, same place, different link. So we'll make sure if you're interested in attending that at any point during the presentation, go ahead and put your email address in the chat window and say that you're interested in, registering for next week's class so that we can make sure to get you the registration link. It actually, like I said, it will be a different registration link. And then we'll get you in there as well. So Tracy, we're super excited today to get some of these good free basics in.
Yes, thank you so much, you guys, for having me. I am super excited about today. I am super excited about next week. I have been obsessed with Canva for a very, very long time. I'm going to do a quick slide presentation and give you a little bit of background about myself, about social media, and how you can incorporate Canva design with your real estate business. So first thing I want to do, if you guys are going to enter your email in the chat, that's fantastic. That'll get us, we'll get you the link for next week. But I just want to know where everybody's from. So if you can just pop in the chat real quick where you guys are from. I want to kind of see, like, where is everybody from? Do we have any Canadians here like myself? Shout out to the Canadians. Or is everybody from, oh, yay, we have a Canadian, the first one, right on. And I also want to make sure that I'm seeing the chat. If you guys have any questions at all throughout this presentation, feel free to pop it in the chat. I think Jessica and Sarah will keep an eye on the chat, and feel free to interject at any time. So now I've asked you guys where you're from. Thank you very much. So on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being off the charts, how busy is your real estate market right now?
Definitely a 10 for us here in Phoenix.
Yeah, if there's more than 10, right? Will we all say that? So just curious, yeah, is everybody else, like, is it off the charts right now? Super 8 to 10, Barb says very low inventory. Grace is saying, yes, it's super busy. So, when you're working in a busy real estate market, you need to be able to cut through the noise. You got to cut to the chase. You have to be able to get to your clients. So one way that you can do that through social media is with Canva. So I am just going to share my screen real quick. Hopefully you guys can see everything okay. Can you guys see my presentation?
Yep, looks great.
Okay, so I'm going to just hit present here. And you guys, I've done this all in Canva. So I will show you next week how we're going to do that. So if you're looking at this presentation, just try and visualize if you're at a listing and you're doing a listing presentation. So all of this you can do inside of Canva. And once we're done the slides, we're going to dive right into Canva, and I'm going to actually show you how it works. So welcome to our Canva tutorial for real estate. So things that we're going to talk about today, we're going to talk about how brands are working online now. We're going to set some goals. We're going to talk about planning ahead, customizing your content, and then of course, giving you examples, because we need examples. I know myself, I'm a very visual person. That's how I learn. So I'm going to do that for you too. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Tracy Henning. I am the founder of Porchlyte, and I am a real estate agent like you guys. I am obsessed with Starbucks. I have my latte every single day, and I've been keeping it real since 1994. And unfortunately, that is not the age of myself that I'm talking about. That's how long I've been in the industry. I've been in the industry for over 27 years, which, yes, I did start when I was a baby. I'm going to say that though. So I am still currently selling real estate. I understand the pains that you are going through to get yourself out there. And I am on a mission to, just kind of teach people and show people how easy social media marketing can be for your real estate business. So, like I said before, I've been in the industry for over 27 years. When I first got into the industry, I definitely was like the minority. The average age of a realtor was 55 and male. So you can imagine, the hill that I had to climb to make a name for myself. So I have seen it all. I have done it all. I've also sat on our real estate board for over 10 years, and I was the youngest president to ever serve on that board. So I have had the whole gamut of real estate, and I love it. Obviously, I'm still in the business. So, but I equally love marketing. And in fact, when I was in my early days of university, that's where I thought I was going to go, that I was going to go down the marketing path. And I was taking courses and quickly realized I want to start making money, and I want to start making money now. So I got into real estate. So the two quite marry themselves very well. So just to give you a snippet of where I started, because you have to know where I started to where we come, I'm going to show you, I can't believe I'm showing you these. These are my first business cards. You guys, look at the hair. How can you tell that is a product from the 90s? My hair is all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't it crazy? But back then, communicating and reaching out to our clients was just as important as it is today. So this was the newsletter that I used to mail out through snail mail to my client base. I think I did this on a monthly basis because it took me, I swear to God, a month to put together with the programs that I had. I can't even remember the programs that I used to create this. So my point being, the way we communicate with our clients and generate leads is very similar to the way that I did it, 27 years ago. The only thing that's changed is a platform. And I'm going to tell you right now, to market your business, your real estate business, it is way easier because we have tools like Canva, and it's way cheaper. I mean, Canva gives us the free version to create your stuff that you're going to post on social media. And that is what we are going to be using today. So good design matters. Like Sarah was talking about before, like with our Instagram profiles, if you want, you can make your Instagram profile look like a Pinterest board, but good design matters. And why does that matter? Because you need to be able to grab people's attention. When people are scrolling, they're scrolling through a ton of stuff. So you need to be able to post stuff that looks good, that is scroll stopping, that is going to get people to click and go further. So it is very important that we do good design in our real estate business. So I'm just going to go back to the chat box real quick. Does anybody know, without Googling it, do not Google it, can you tell me the significance of this date? And Sarah and Jessica, maybe you guys can read some of the answers in the chat because I can't see the chat.
Yeah.
So does anybody have any guesses? The significance of this?
Crickets. Facebook launched.
Okay.
Um,
No. Okay.
Instagram launched.
No, it
Canva
was
launched.
a little bit later. You know what launched? The iPhone launched in 2007. So Apple and the iPhone really transformed the way that we do business. So if you look at the original iPhone on the left, it really hasn't changed a whole lot to the one that we see today. So that is the significance of that date. It makes things a lot easier for us to do. But when we talk about being on our phones, what's the first thing that we think of? We think of the younger generation, right? They're probably all going to have like neck problems, you know, when they get older. But it is not just for the younger generation, even though, like, I don't know about you guys with your kids, but I've had my niece and nephew over just recently, and they're sitting there giggling on the couch. And I'm like, what's going on? What are you guys doing? What are you looking at? Well, they're not looking at anything. They're texting each other. They're sitting like 4 feet away from each other and they're texting each other. That's how important their phone is for them. But it's not just for the younger generation. If you look around when you're going to work, whether it's on the subway or you're on a plane or on a train, everybody's got their phone out. I don't know about you, myself personally. If I forgot my purse at home, I'm okay. I don't care. I'll leave it at home. But if I forgot my phone on at home, you can guarantee that I'm going to be turning around and I'm going to be driving back home to pick up my phone, because my phone is my lifeline. And especially as real estate agents, you guys know this. Like we're on our phones. We're busy people. We have everything on our phones. So that is the importance of social media. It is there. But you know what? It hasn't changed, you guys. I don't know exactly when this photo was taken. Somewhere in the 30s is what I'm thinking. But communicating and getting the information and news was just as important back then. It's just the modem that has changed. So back then we had newspapers. That's how people delivered their news. It wasn't that long ago that we still had newspapers delivered to our houses. And for some people, I'm sure you still get the newspaper. So like I was saying before, the way with which we market ourselves as real estate agents hasn't changed. The goal is still the same. It's just the platforms that has changed. So we are here to hopefully make that a little bit easier for you. So I'm going to get into a couple of stats here to, bring it home. But there are currently 3.78 billion people, which equates to about 48% of the population that are active on social media. Like that's mind blowing. Half of the population, like that's crazy.
I'm kind of surprised.
Time spent on
more.
Yeah. Time spent.
Again, yeah. Then there's like children that are, below the age of, Facebook. I guess that's included in there, right?
Yeah. Well, my daughter, who's 4.5, isn't, well, I shouldn't say that, you guys, she is on social media. She is watching her shows on YouTube. So, I mean, it does start that long or that young. Myself personally, on average, 2.5 hours. I might be a little bit more, only because my husband and I seem to have replaced TV with social media, the different apps that whether it's a news app or an entertainment or a game, I mean, people are using it. So social media users by generation, 84% of them are between the ages of 18 and 29, 81% between the ages of 30 and 49. 73% between the ages of 50 and 64. 45% of them are between 65 and above. So who are these people? They're millennials. They're first-time home buyers. They're people that are downsizing. They're empty nesters. You guys, this is our market. Our market is on social media. So if you want to be able to stand out from all the other agents out there, you need to be actively on social media, marketing your real estate business, and Canva makes that super easy. So 73% of marketers believe that social media marketing has been somewhat effective or very effective for their real estate business. So if you guys been in the industry for as long as I have, could you answer that same question as if I said, was your newspaper advertising as powerful? Would you say that it was somewhat effective or very effective? Was door knocking or cold calling? How many times have you had the door slammed in your face or the phone hung up? Like for me, thankfully I never did door knocking, and cold calling just made me want to puke. So I didn't do it that long either. I grew my business through open houses, through connections. And because of COVID has taken a lot of that away from us. So you need to move that to your social media platform. So 91% of all social media users access social channels through their mobile devices. So remember when I was talking about, I could leave my house without my purse and I'd be okay, but don't leave me without my phone. Everybody is on their phones. So the one thing, probably the biggest question that I get from people when I talk to them, about social media marketing is they panic because they're like, oh my God, I got to do Facebook. I got to do Instagram. I got to do Twitter. I got to do LinkedIn. I have to do YouTube. Now there's TikTok and Snapchat. Like, oh my God. And, they get overwhelmed. But the good news is, you guys, you do not have to be everywhere. Pick one platform that you are comfortable with, or one platform where you think your ideal client hangs out. So if you are chasing millennials, you might want to do TikTok, but you probably want to have your focus on Instagram. If you're doing empty nesters or Generation X, people that are maybe moving up a bit, maybe you want to do Facebook, maybe you want to do YouTube, but you don't have to be everywhere at all times, which is fabulous, which is good news. Once I tell people that, they're like, because people can tell if you are spread too thin on those social media channels, people can tell that. So pick one or two platforms that you are good at and go in deep to those specific platforms. So today with the Canva training, we are primarily going to be focused on Facebook and Instagram. So even though Canva certainly can work well on the other platforms, but that's what we're going to be focusing on today. So the first thing you need to do is you need to know who is your audience, like who is following you. Maybe ask for feedback from your audience. What do they want to know about? Show your audience that you are a real person behind the brand. And you guys, it does not have to be perfect. If you are doing video, that is fantastic. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but you want to show that you are a real person behind your real estate brand. Authenticity. Have a personality on social media. Stop trying to look like everybody else, because 80% of people on social media choose to follow people where they feel a connection and where they feel that it's authentic. So what content goes where? Not everything you post goes on all platforms. So that amazing like Facebook Live that you did of your new listing probably showcases very well on Facebook, but doesn't do so well on Instagram. So you want to tailor and customize and tweak your content accordingly. And again, you don't have to be everywhere or do everything. So, and again, when you're on social media, you want to track your results. So pretty much all the platforms have analytics or insights that you can check, which is going to give you a really good indication of what's working and what's not working. So once you start tracking that, give yourself about 3 months, 3 to 6 months. Once you have a good overall view of what's working, like which posts that you're creating is resonating with the people that follow you, do more of that. And then drop the stuff that's not working. You're going to know fairly quick through your analytics and insights what's working and what's not working. Photography. We all know as real estate agents that photos sell. How many times have you guys shown a property where your clients go in and they're like, oh man, this looks nothing like the photos that are online? It's because we all use professional photographers. We all know how to market our listings. It's the exact same thing with marketing yourself on social media. Go get some branded photos. And when I talk about branded photos, I don't necessarily mean the typical like headshots that we all have on our business cards, like the ones that I showed you at the beginning with the hair. But I'm talking about in different situations. Maybe you're in a house drinking a cup of coffee, or you're with your kids having some branded photos done with your family, you know, and posting those every once in a while. That's going to show the people your real authentic self. It's a way of, when you can't meet people in person, you have to convey this through photos. So having professional branded photos is super important when it comes to social media marketing. And of course, I touched upon this earlier, video. If you are not already doing video, now is the time to get on board with it, because video content on Facebook has 65% more interactions than images do. The biggest probably like comment or complaint that I get from my members in Porchlyte is they're like, oh, I don't like the way I look on video. Oh, and us as women, we do that all the time. I mean, I'm guilty of it. When I'm on video, you can bet I'm holding my camera up top at an angle. I don't want them to see my double chin. But you know what, you guys, the sad but realistic news is they know what you look like when you're in the grocery store. You know, you can't hold that, you can't put them on a platform and get them to look down at you because that's your best angle. People know what you look like when you are out and about in public. It is no different than being on camera. And again, I know people being on camera, they're a little camera shy. Be yourself, be authentic. If you mixed up or screwed up a word, that's okay. Own it. You know, you'll become more relatable. So when it comes to social media marketing, consistency is key. You know, it's okay to try new strategies and all of that, but if you can stay consistent, consistency is king. So don't panic when you see this post at the bottom that top brands post 5 times per week. I'm not asking you guys to do that. Don't panic. It's okay. If you start off with 3 times a week, that's okay too. And eventually make your way up to, you know, 5 times a week, maybe 7 times a week. But consistency is king. That is what's going to win on social media. So Canva, let's dive into Canva. Just let me get out of my slides here.
Tracy, I love that you talked about video. Video is one of the huge platforms that I run at Landmark Title. And the reality is that people love seeing you. Like they do. And through this pandemic and everything, video has been more important than ever because it is a way to connect with people, a way to see them when you can't see them. So it's probably the biggest hurdle that we face as marketing experts is getting people to actually just not 1, do the videos, but 2, be willing to post the videos.
Yes.
But the reality is, yeah,
Sorry.
people love it. They love seeing you. I mean, that's what it boils down to. They want to see.
The good news is you can pre-record your videos. You can do 10 takes until you feel comfortable before you post it. You don't have to do live video. You don't have to jump into live video. You can practice on your phone. Do it 10 times and pick the one that you like the best, then go ahead and post it. But talking about the pandemic, I mean, I wish I had shares in Zoom before COVID hit.
Right.
Because talking about the importance of video, that's how we are connecting with our clients. I mean, when was the last time you met a client for coffee or went to a networking event? Like, I mean, hopefully they're going to open up soon, but that's the reality.
Yeah.
So
we've been back at it for a couple of months.
Oh, well, that's good. I know there's some states that are, still in lockdown and are still struggling, but hopefully soon. So we are going to dive into Canva. So I am using the free version of Canva. So everything that we're going to do today is what you can achieve as well too. So I'm going to just show you a real quick video from Canva that's going to give you a quick overview. And then of course, I'm going to go through some different features. So give me a second. Hopefully you guys can hear this okay. I think you should be able to.
Let's discover Canva's editor, learn how to create a design, and customize a template. From the homepage, select a template and start with a new blank design. Welcome to the editor. This is the side panel where you'll find all the things you can click or drag and drop to add to your page. In the Templates tab, there are thousands of professional designs to get you started. Upload your own photos or videos in the Upload tab, just like this. Browse millions of premium stock photos from our photo library. To search, type in keywords for what you're looking for. To narrow it down more, add a plus symbol and then another keyword, or use these handy filters. In the Elements tab, you'll find illustrations, shapes, animated stickers, charts, graphics, and much more. Search in exactly the same way. There's so much to explore. Discover our high-quality video library with millions of videos at your fingertips. Perfect to get your designs moving. To create your first design, start from scratch or use a template. Everything is customizable. Select the object you want to change, and a toolbar will appear above. It's never been easier to express your creativity.
So I'm just going to go out of this a second. Hold on, you guys. I just got to move things over here a second. So we're going to go back into the home page of Canva. So there are so many things that you can design with Canva. Before I dive in, does anybody have any questions about we just went over? Is there anything in the chat?
No.
Nothing in chat.
Okay, perfect. So what I was saying before is I'm going to focus mainly on Instagram and Facebook. So the good news is if you choose the Instagram post template, this is going to work for Facebook and Instagram, because a lot of times I will see people, I'll go through their Instagram feed and they'll post something and the head's cut off or half the house is moved over, and it drives me insane. So if anything, if you just remember, just use the Instagram post template. So this is the homepage that you have here. This is a menu that shows you your designs that you've done over time. We have a brand kit, a content planner. You can create teams. You've got folders. You can throw in the trash. So today we're going to talk about social media posting. So I'm going to click Instagram post. And we are going to design something. So what is amazing about Canva is they if you're using the templates, they do about 3/4 of the work for you. So, which is really good. So you can send a video, you can choose a bunch of templates. So we are going to pretend that we have a new listing that we want to be posting about. But if you're like, oh my God, there's so many templates to choose from, I'm going to show you a little shortcut. If you come into the search bar here and you type in real estate, Canva is going to show you every single real estate template that they have. So this is going to make your life so much easier. But the one thing that I want you to be aware of, when you see a little crown or a pro, you can certainly use this template, but Canva will charge you for it unless you have the pro plan. Now, the main difference between the free version and the pro version is the pro version will give you like thousands more templates, 1,000 more images, text and fonts and all kinds of stuff. So I would recommend, if you're just starting out, get the free version. Use the free version for a while. Most of my members, what happens with them is they quickly realize that they outgrow the free version and they'll upgrade to pro. It's pretty cheap. Like I don't even know what it is anymore. I think it's around $16 a month. Like it's not that expensive at all. So we're going to come in here and we're going to choose, let me see here. I'm going to filter. So if you want to not be tempted by paying for a template, because a lot of times we can get lost into looking at templates. We choose it. We spend all this time designing it only to find out, crap, I got to pay for this. So if you come up to this little, I don't even know, you don't even call it a hamburger, but 3 bars and some circles. And it's not going to let me do this. Okay, sorry guys. I can do this in the pro version. I can filter with what is free and what's paid, but you can just look through some templates until you find one that says free. So we are going to see, so you can see how many. So here's a couple that are free. I'll use this one. No, I don't want to use this. I'll use this one. Actually, no, I don't. Just one second. I'm going to get rid of it real quick.
Well, now we know how to get rid of it.
Yes. Yeah. If you choose something, so I'm going to just choose this one, Seller Seminar. If you choose something that you don't like and you want a quick and easy way is to add a page, and you just scroll up and you can delete the page that you were using. So I'm going to click Seller Seminar. So obviously Canva will give you pictures, but you want to be able to upload your own pictures. So Canva makes it super easy. So if you come over to the menu here and choose uploads, you can upload media. So you're going to come here, you can upload it from Facebook, Google Drive, Instagram, Dropbox, or your computer. So you would just go to your computer and upload whatever pictures you may have. So I'm going to go to my uploads and I've got some house pictures here. Hopefully I have something that's somewhat decent.
Oh, the one with the mountains in the back.
Mhm.
That
I
one.
was going to say, I think I'll choose this one.
Yeah.
So once you've uploaded your photo, to get it into Canva, if you just hold your mouse, click it and drag it, it will auto-populate.
That's snow.
So now the good thing about this is you're like, oh, well, you can't even see the house. All you see is the garage. If you click on this again and you go over to crop and you come into crop, it gives you the ability to move your picture around. Maybe you don't want so much the mountains in here. If you take the corners and you just drag it, you can zoom on or zoom in on different aspects of the house. You can go up and you can go down, and you can see the little grids here that you're working with. So I'm going to just go back to the original, and I'm going to just hit done. So you can see with this design, like I say, it's focusing on the garage. So Canva gives you a handy tool called Flip. So what it does is it takes your photo and it just flips it. So we're going to click on this and we're going to flip it in a horizontal fashion. We don't want to do it in vertical because then our house is upside down. So we're going to flip it. And then you're going to go back to crop, and you can see the front of the house is right here. So this might not be the ideal template. Like I'm showing you today, some of the basic tools. Don't shoot me for my design skills here, because when I'm designing stuff, I take a lot longer than what we are doing today, but I just want to show you some of the features. So we've got our photo here of our new listing, but obviously it's not a seller seminar. So how do we change that? You just click on it. So click on it again, it highlights it. You can hit your delete button on your keyboard, or you can hit the delete trash can over here. And, oh, sorry, no, you're going to hit it from your keyboard. Hold on, that's not what I wanted to do. So this is perfect. I'm going to show you the undo button. We're going to click it 3 times to get the cursor. Okay, and we're going to hit delete. And that still leaves our box, and we're going to put in new listing or whatever the case may be. So you can change this. There's a registration. Maybe you want to change it to the address. So we're just going to click it twice. We're going to highlight it. We're going to delete it, and we're going to call it 1234 Main Street. But if you're like my husband and you're like, oh my God, I can't see that. Like that's way too small. How do I make this bigger? So if you come over to the numbers here, this is the font size. So you would just highlight this, come over to the font. And I don't think I have that one highlighted. Let me just get it all highlighted. Here we go. You can highlight it just by, increase it by using the plus or minus sign. You can also do it manually, or you can do it from the slider if you want to jump around, because going from 18 to 42 could take you forever. Or you can do it manually and type in a specific number that you want. So I'm going to choose 24. So you've got your headline here, but you're like, you know what, there's not enough text. Like I want to talk a little bit more. When you're posting on social media, you guys, don't put too much text on your post, because that's what the comment section is for. So you want to be able to create scroll stopping photos that people are going to stop and go, oh, I want to know more about that. So maybe you want to put the price, and we'll just leave it at like that. So you can just hit the return key on your keyboard, and you're going to type in the price. I don't know, we'll call this 789,900. So you have your photo. What's great about Canva is you can design these to your brand colors. So whether you're working for Keller Williams or Remax or EXP, whatever brokerage you're with, you can use their colors, or if you're branding them to your own colors, which I would highly recommend. So if you know that what's called a hex code, or the color of your brokerage or whatever you're using, you can pop it in here. So you would just click on this, come over to the color, come over to the plus sign. This is your hex code. So when you are asking your brokerage for your hex, the hex code, this is where you're going to put it in. So, or you can just take this and move it around until you get it to a color that you like. So let's pretend this is color. So what is great with Canva, and I know Jessica and Sarah, you guys have wanted me to quickly touch upon this, when you are designing in Canva, you want to make sure things look good. So let's pretend this is the color that you're using. So we're going to take this. I'm going to right click it so we can copy this hex code. Canva gives you a color wheel that will generate complementary colors that you can infuse into your designs. They make it super easy. So just let me move this over. And I'm going to pop you into the color wheel. So if you go to canva.com/color/color wheel, it'll take you here. So that hex code that we highlighted, we're just going to pop it in here. So we're going to paste it. So do you remember it's sort of a reddish brown? So Canva will give you the colors that will automatically complement that particular color that you're working with. So if you want to infuse a bit of like a secondary color into your design, you can do that as well too. They give you different options if you want to do more monochromatic. This is your option that you can do there. You've got, a couple other different things that you can choose from. So and I'm not going to design with these colors today because again, it would take too long. I don't want to take up too much of your guys' time. So if you go to canva.com or just Google Canva color wheel, that'll take you over here and you can have fun with this. I mean, I could spend tons of time on this. And again, you can move it around and change some of the colors that you're working with. So Canva really makes it easy to help you.
Can I ask you a quick question? Can you make the new listing box smaller? Can you move that box around so then you can see more of the home and it maybe is a little bit up or a little bit down, or is that?
You bet. So we can definitely do that. There's a couple different ways that we can do this. You can do it just like Jessica said. You can physically move this, not physically with muscles, but physically on the computer. Or you can take this solid box and you can make it a little more transparent. Your transparency button here. So you click on here. Right now it's at 100%. So you can slide this and you can see how your picture is starting to show through a little bit. So you can play around with that. But if you want to move it around, again, you can just take your mouse and move it wherever you want. Maybe you want it up here. If you want to know how to center things when you are moving, can you see the pink line that's coming down the middle? This is Canva's way of telling you that it's in the center. So if you want to know if it's in the dead center, move this down until you have it across or coming down and across. And then you let go and it's perfectly centered. You don't have to sit there and eyeball it and go, how do I do that? So I'm just going to show you another trick before I move on to something else. So Jessica, when you first asked me about moving the box, I thought maybe you might be talking about moving your new listing box. When you're working with templates, Canva will often group things together so you can move them like this. But if you have to move something in Canva, we want to do what's called ungroup, which is right up here. So you're just going to click this. So first of all, I showed you how we can move it around. We're going to come back up. We're going to ungroup it. Once you ungroup it, you ungroup the elements in your design. So now you are just moving one element at a time. If, say, you want your new listing to go all the way across, you can make this a little wider and see how it's still a little bit big. If you want to make the font bigger, smaller, like I showed you, you can do it here. You can do it on the slider. The other thing I didn't show you is you can drag it from corner to corner.
Yeah, okay.
So
can you do that for the big box as well? To if I want the big box smaller, the main box? Okay.
Yeah, so you just click on the element that you want to change. And again, you just move it to where you want it to go. Now, let's say, for instance, you want 2 boxes. Say this, I'm just gonna move this a little. And again, you guys don't judge me by the design, but say you want 2 boxes. So without having to try and figure out like how to make it bigger, if you come over to here, you can duplicate things, which makes your design go a lot quicker. So you would just hit duplicate, and maybe you want to move this a little bit lower. So once you've sized everything the way you want it, and say you have it looking good, and you want to group it back together so you can move it around, you click on this, hit your shift key on your keyboard and click the different elements. And don't forget to click the box and then come over and group it. So
Nice.
then you can move it around again without having to move element from element. So I'm going to quickly go through these, the toolbar up here. So this is your delete tool, of course, or your trash can. We went over this. This is where you can duplicate things. Now, I'm going to be diving this into this next week, but you can add links to your designs only if you are doing a PDF. So like I know, Jessica, you're asking me about, can I have the link and the image? You can only do that if you're sending a PDF to people. So if you're posting on social media, unfortunately, you can't include a link. So where does this come into play? Say you're sending out a flyer, you're emailing your flyer to your email list, and you want to take people, for more information, go visit my website. You would put in your, I'll show you how it works. We'll just pretend that this is a PDF, my website.com. Just going to ungroup this real quick, make this a little bigger and then a little smaller. So you would come over here, you would highlight this, you go over to the link button and you enter the link that you want to take people to. So my website.com. Now this is not going to go anywhere, but you would hit apply. How you know it works is you see the line that they've put underneath it. Myself personally, I don't like the lines. So if I just highlight it, and if you go to the underline and you click it, it'll take the underline, but don't panic because your link is still there.
Okay? Oh, I can't wait for that. That next week you're going to cover this mostly?
Yes. Yeah.
And this will be something somebody could create and then use through their CRM.
Yes.
Right? The PDF. Okay.
Yeah, you bet. So, what else can I, oh, there's so many things I can show you. So let's go back to, I'm going to hit the back button because it's quicker. We're going to go back to my new listing. So I'm going to take this out of here. So we've got our design exactly the way we want it. But if you guys want to stand out on social media a little bit more, you can add some animated stickers. So right now, if you like it the way it is, you can go ahead and download this to your computer and then upload it to your social channels. What I would recommend is when you're doing the design from your computer. You can design from your phone. Canva has totally improved the app. It makes it so much easier. But I would still design from your computer, but you can download to your computer. You can also download directly to your phone from the Canva app. So what you're going to do is, because we're working with photos when it comes to Instagram and Facebook, you're going to change it to a JPEG file. You're going to move the quality to 100% and you're going to hit download. This will download to your computer. You can then upload it onto your social channels. Now, if you want to stand out a little bit more, I like using the stickers. So if you come over to elements, and I'll quickly just go run through this. So on the left-hand side here, we have our templates. We have elements, which I'll go into in just a second. We have our uploads where all your pictures are stored. We have photos that Canva gives you. So if you're looking for a particular photo, maybe you're looking for flowers and you want to do a design maybe for Mother's Day, you know, and you want to write in here, Happy Mother's Day. They've got like thousands and thousands and thousands of photos. Our text, that's the other thing. If you don't like the particular font that they're using, you can change it over here. You just click on here. This is the text font. And again, try to avoid the stuff with the crown because Canva will charge you. But literally they give you like hundreds of different fonts to choose from. You just click on one that you like. And again, if you're like, I don't like any of those, I want to go back to what I originally have, here's your undo button. So you would just click back until you get back to where you were. So we have our text. They'll give you some samples here that you can work with. And again, just, you know, using the pro version, you have to pay. The style button, if you have different color combinations that you want to use, Canva has pre-made these for you, which make it super easy. You can add music to your social media posts if you want to. And again, I'm going to dive into this next week. You can add video, like she said, which brings motion to your design, which brings your design to life. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? No, I'll do this next week. It'll take too long. If you want to change the background, you know, instead of doing the white, maybe you want to do a texture or a pattern, you can do that as well too. If you guys want to add charts to your listing presentations, they have that as well too. And again, you've got different folders to make it super easy. Now I'm going to go back to those elements. So Canva gives you some stickers that, and I'm just going to type in here, stickers. That can also bring your, actually, I'm going to type in arrow stickers. That can bring your social media graphics to life. So you can see them like displayed here. So let's just choose this one just because it's white. This is obviously going not in the direction that I want. So again, I'm going to flip it. I'm going to flip it horizontal and make it a little bit smaller. I'm going to drag it over here and I'm going to put it a little bit on an angle. You guys, this is terrible. I would never design like this, but I'm just showing you, I'm showing you the kind of the possibilities of what you can do in Canva. So by adding a little sticker, so again, when people are scrolling through your social media, adding little elements like this can make a huge difference. So when they're scrolling on social media, it's almost like you screaming, hey, look here, I got a new listing, which is going to help stand out compared to all the other agents that are posting their new listings. Now, the difference is when you are moving or using these moving stickers, you just have to, it changes your download. So instead of downloading an image, you are now downloading a video. So you'll download your video, and both Facebook and Instagram, you can upload videos, and that's all you do. You upload it as a video. So instead of uploading it as an image, you upload it as a video. So that's a little tip for you there. Now let's see here. Is there anything else you guys want me to cover real quick before I dive into the Porchlyte stuff?
Anybody have any questions, you can put them in the Q&A chat room. If there's something specific today, otherwise she'll go into the next level next week.
Yeah, we're going to go into a little bit more detail.
Somebody wanted to know how to add a page with a video.
Okay, perfect. So if you want to add a page, you can use like this, here, or you can just click add a page. So if you want to put a video instead of a picture, you can do that super easy. We'll go back to our templates. We'll
And
use,
just, I know some people are having to log off. We'll send out the recording of this to everybody that is on so that you have a copy of it and you can go back to it, refer to it however you need, or if you miss something.
okay, so I am just going to go out of here. I'm going to show you real quick how to add your own photo or a video. You can do that as well here. If you come down to grids, you click on this, the square. Don't panic. If you want like your video to fill the whole square, that's fine. But you can customize the size. So we're going to go back and we're going to center it. Now you can upload your own videos. So if you have a video that you've done a house tour, you know what, I do have one and I didn't upload it. I have it in the pro version. So I'm just going to use Canva's videos. Actually, let's do real estate.
The question, I think, Tracy, says, of your new listing post that you were doing, do you add the link here or video plus the link, or excuse me, photo plus the link?
So if you have a video already, do you just put it in the link and it follows to the video?
So you want to take people from this image over to the video that you want them to show you. You can do that as long as you are downloading it as a PDF. You cannot do this on social media.
So yeah, just the way that you showed it earlier, where you put the link in and it goes to the video.
Yes.
Okay.
I think like on social media, you'd have to put the URL in the body of your post.
Yes.
So you could
comment section.
Okay.
So within your image, you could reference the link is in the post if you wanted to catch people's attention
Like
that way.
Click here.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And yeah,
I think answered your question.
Yeah, unfortunately with social media posting, because you're doing images, Canva doesn't allow you to put links in your images, but they do allow you to do it in your PDF. So if you are sending out a newsletter to your database and you have a beautiful video that you want to send people to, absolutely. You can do it in your PDF and just click here for the video. And you would put the URL to that video right here in your PDF. But you can do, instead of like taking your upload of your photos, you can do the video. So again, I'm just gonna slide one over. Unfortunately, these are all pro. I'm just gonna slide a pro one over. So again, let's just pretend this is your video that you've taken of your listing. You can drop it into, you can make it pretty. Instead of just posting it on social media with like the video, again, grabbing people's attention and putting it in different tools. I'm just going to, so for instance, I'm gonna,
Probably running right on schedule to hit our hour. I know people are probably gonna need to get
okay. So that you can drag that video over from here into the phone. So again, it's a super cool way to design your new listing or whatever it is that you want to show them on social media. So Canva gives you a ton of tools that you can use for your social media posting. So I'm quickly gonna just dive into Porchlyte and then we'll wrap it up. So if this feels a little overwhelming for you, or you're like, oh my God, I don't know if I can do this. So part of the program that I have for real estate agent is all the social media tools that you have. So we do all of this stuff for you. So I'm going to quickly just show you what Porchlyte is all about. So we have like social media posts called your monthly playbook. So we will design templates for you that you can post on social media. You do not have to do anything. So because we do an entire month's worth of social media posting, unfortunately, my computer's a little slow because we're using Zoom at the same time. But here's a little snippet of some of the designs that we'll provide for our members. If there's like a certain design that you don't like, we give you different options. You can download these all into Canva and you can customize them to your different colors, your brand colors. Plus we include the copy. A lot of people, they're really good at design, but maybe they don't know what to say. We have copy for you as well too. So every single month you get a brand new monthly playbook. Plus we have images, we have hundreds of Canva templates that you can choose from. If you're into video, but you just don't know what to say, we've got different video scripts that talk about, you know, different topics that maybe your buyers and sellers might be interested in. If you have a blog post that, you know, you have on your website, we have blog posts that you can just copy and paste and put onto your onto your website. So we have basically, and then of course we have all our how-tos and our master classes that teach you how to use social media. So if Canva feels overwhelming to you, we will do everything for you. We have a special coupon for the people that are on the call today. If you wanted to join Porchlyte, I should have pulled up the pricing, but give me 2 seconds and I'll get it over to you. Here we go here. So we have a couple different options. You can go over to porchlyte.com to find out more information. So the coupon that you'll get today is 25% off your first payment. So we have 2 payment plans that you can choose from where you get charged quarterly or you have 1 payment per year, which works out to be like $30 a month. It is super cheap. Like I say, we provide all the social media tools that you will need, whether it's for video, for posting, for blogging, for emails, sending out emails to your customers. We've got everything that you need. We have guides, we have lead magnets, we've got it. It goes on and on and on. So I am quickly going to stop sharing my screen because I want to keep everybody on time. Any other questions or anything that I can answer real quick before we dive off?
No, super excited for next week.
Yeah.
I feel like just this starter part was very helpful. Lots of information.
So I've just typed in the code for the Porchlyte if you wanted to join. If you use social25, you'll see a coupon code and you just pop that in there. That is for everybody to use, but it is only good until next week's class. So if you are thinking about it, I would advise you to do it before then. But yeah, that was a super like quick snippet. Like, I mean, I could spend hours on Canva. Next week, we're going to dive a little deeper. We're going to show you a little bit what you can do with video, what you can do with your Instagram bio, listing presentations. I mean, there's so many things that you can do with Canva. And with Porchlyte, we offer training and stuff like that too inside the membership.
I'll also forward out the discount code, but is your email okay to give out for people that have additional questions on Porchlyte? Okay, we'll do that as well.
You bet. So hopefully that was informative, you guys. If there's something specific you want to see next week, like feel free to reach out. I'm happy to go over it. And Barb is asking, is there Canadian content? Yes, Barb, I am from Canada. I have made sure I have taken care of my Canadian members. We have Canadian content. And we have agents from all over North America. So somebody's asking, where am I located? I am located in beautiful British Columbia, just outside of Vancouver. So if you guys know where Vancouver is, that's where I am. And yeah, we've got agents from all over. We have agents from the East Coast, the West Coast, Canada, the States. We even have people from the Middle East. We've got them from all over. So what's fantastic about it is we all come together on a monthly and weekly basis. So if you want to pick each other's brains, you can do that. And there's tons of support.
Great. Thank you for your time. I
Perfect.
appreciate it.
Yes, thank you, Tracy. And thank you to Landmark Title for being able to bring you on today. Quick little info about Landmark Title. We are an Arizona-based escrow and title company. We do have offices in Las Vegas, and we do have partner companies. I saw there were a couple of people from Texas. One of our sister companies is the Shattuck Company in Texas, Capital Title, and there are quite a few others that fit under their umbrella. So if you have any real estate, title, and escrow needs in the great state of Arizona, Las Vegas, or Texas, please think of us. We would love to. If you are Canadian and you would like a vacation home or an investment property in Arizona, reach out to us, let us know. I'm going to have Jessica put her contact information in the chat too, in case anybody wants to reach out. And anybody that would like to hop on the masterclass next week, it is June 29th at 10 a.m.
Yes.
Thank you all for joining, and thank you, Tracy, for your time today. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. And I can't wait for next week, and hopefully we can cover a lot. And if you guys, again, if you have anything that you want me to cover, feel free to send an email and we'll make sure that we cover it for you.
Perfect, Tracy.
Great.
Thank you.
Have a good day,
We'll
everybody.
see you
Thank
next
you.
week.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.